Attila the Hun remains a mythical figure in ancient history. His unparalleled military skills and political abilities helped the Huns to create a territorial empire that even posed a threat to the Romans. As southern neighbors of the Huns, the Romans were indeed afraid of this tribal confederation, which often allied itself with the Germanic tribes of Central and Eastern Europe. Attila was ruler of the Huns from 434 to 453, and is remembered as one of the most charismatic leaders. He crossed the Danube twice, plundered the Balkan cities by the dozens, and made a treaty with the Eastern Roman Empire. 1. His uncle was the first Hun to defeat the Roman armies. The Huns inhabited Europe and Asia from the 1st to the 7th century AD. Attila was born in the early 5th century, but that does not mean that the Huns did not try to plunder Roman lands earlier. In fact, there were numerous military expeditions aimed at the Roman Empire or empires after the split, but not all of them were successful. Attila's father Munzuk undertook such expeditions with his brothers Octor and Rugila, with whom he co-ruled the Hunnic Empire. Around 430, Rugila became the only king and the first Hunnish leader to defeat the Roman army. 2. Attila ruled the Huns with his brother. When Rugila died in 434 AD, Attila and his brother Bled became the new joint rulers of the Hun tribes. Their first major success was negotiating a peace treaty with the Eastern Roman Empire. Because Emperor Theodosius II did not want his lands plundered, he soon agreed to pay the Huns £700 or 300 kilograms of gold a year in exchange for peace. Other provisions of the treaty included permanent permission for Hun merchants to visit the marketplace, and the payment of a ransom of 8 gold coins for each Roman citizen captured by the Huns. 3. The Treaty of Attila and Bleda with Theodosius was broken. No sooner had the Treaty of Margus been established than it was broken. The impatient Emperor Theodosius began to invade Hun lands, and Attila and his brother were not in favor. Once again, however, the Huns' military skills proved to be a threat to the Romans, who had to retreat. Theodosius II sent trusted diplomats to negotiate the terms of the new peace, and those were harsh. The Huns raised the annual tribute to 6,000 Roman pounds, or 2,000 kilograms of gold, and 12 gold coins of ransom for each Roman prisoner. Soon after concluding the new treaty, Bled died, leaving Attila to lead the Huns himself. For Attila defeated the Romans many times. In 447, Attila again attacked the Eastern Roman Empire and defeated the Roman army under Arnagiscus. The decisive moment of the campaign was the Battle of Eutus, where both sides suffered heavy losses. Having conquered the Roman Empire, Attila invaded the Balkan lands and Constantinople. However, the spread of disease among the Huns' armed forces forced him to retreat. All in all, the war with the Romans ended in 449 AD with another peace treaty requiring an annual tribute. 5. Attila married the sister of the emperor of the Western Roman Empire. Although the Huns frequently invaded the Eastern Roman Empire, they still wanted to maintain good diplomatic relations with the Western Roman Empire. This tactic proved effective until 450 AD, when Honoria, sister of Valentinian III, of the Western Roman Empire, sent Attila a letter in which she renounced her engagement to a prominent Roman senator and offered to marry him instead. Attila accepted the offer and took Honoria as his wife, claiming half of the Western Roman Empire as a dowry. Valentinian wanted Honoria dead, but his mother eventually convinced him not to punish his sister for her actions. 6. Attila was defeated on the Catalan plains. In 451, the Hunnish armies under Attila threatened almost all of Gaul. First Metz was sacked, and then the Hun army laid siege to Paris, Troyes, and Orleans. King Aetius of Gaul joined forces with the Visigoths to fight the siege, and this led to the famous Battle of the Catalaunian Plains. Theodoric I, the leader of the Visigoths, was killed, but this did not stop the Visigoth Gaulish army from overwhelming Attila's army, forcing them to retreat. This was Attila's only failure in all his military campaigns. 7. Historians are at a loss as to why he suddenly retreated from Italy. In 452 AD, Attila invaded Italy and sacked many cities on his way, such as Aquileia, Padua, Verona, and Milan. But on the way to Rome, his troops were stopped by Valentinian III, who sent Pope Leo I to reason with Attila. Eventually the Huns decided to retreat. Historians are not sure why this was so. While it may have been due solely to the Pope's religious beliefs, it was more likely due to either a lack of supplies or a plague sweeping Italy. A third possible reason Attila left Rome was that his soldiers had already captured enough military booty and could not accommodate more goods. 8. Attila was dubbed the Scourge of God. During his reign over the Hunnish Empire, Attila was often referred to by this peculiar nickname because of his particular fury in battle. The historical Roman records say, "Grass never grew where his horse trod." Indeed, the Huns' empire spread far and wide during his reign and quickly disintegrated later when Attila's sons divided the land among themselves. Legend attributed his glorious conquests to a special sword. This weapon was said to have been given to Attila by the Roman god of war, Mars himself. It also contributed to his nickname as a divinely appointed avenger. 9. No one knows exactly what he looked like. There are no accurate first-hand historical sources available to modern historians, but a fairly detailed description was made by Priscus and later recovered by Jordanes, a 6th century Roman official turned historian. In his account, Priscus praises Attila as a person. He writes, "He was a man born to shake the nations, the scourge of all lands, who somehow terrified all mankind with terrible rumors that spread about him everywhere. His eyes were small, his beard liquid and graying, and his flat nose and tanned skin testified to his background." 10. Attila died of a severe nosebleed. After retreating from Italy, Attila again planned an invasion of Constantinople. However, he died in the midst of preparations. He apparently had a severe nosebleed during the night, which eventually led to his sudden and unexpected death while he slept. According to another version, Attila's cause of death was severe internal hemorrhaging after an overnight binge, a condition called esophageal varices.